So I just want to say a quick thanks to the people who liked, commented, and subscribed and things like that from the previous video that I'd done. I made a community post about this as well, but just in case anybody who'd never seen that and actually sees this video, just a quick thank you. I know it's quite a modest amount still that we're at for subscribers and things like that, but considering where we were at for the previous video, it was a pretty significant jump as far as I'm concerned. Um, and that video is already my most popular on the channel, so yeah, I can't really say much more than that. It's pretty big for me. So now that I've got that out of the way, let's get into what we're actually here for. And it's basically just a recap of the CDs that I picked up during February. I didn't pick up an awful lot, and I don't tend to. So we have 5 here. I reckon you could probably just narrow all these down to rock albums, in their simplest form. But we're going to start off with the Pogues, Rum Sodomy, and The Lash. This is probably sort of Celtic rock slash punk, sort of post-punk type of thing. Full of excellent songs, and I didn't really give it a chance when I first started listening to it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I never really returned to it for another good while. But if you watched my, I think it was one of the first videos I made from this year, it might have been the vinyl tag. This was like my most listened to album from last year. So pretty significant, honestly fantastic, and I would suggest that anybody listen to this if they haven't already, if they like a bit of sort of punk rock type of thing, but it's a bit different from that. I think this is a very, very worthy listen. Next up is probably my most listened to album from this year so far. And I wasn't sure if I would find this actually, but I did. And yeah, Playing Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. The back of this album cover is actually really weird. Just look at the length of those fucking legs. And that's Mrs. Tambourine Man on the front. Bob Dylan's wife. I don't know. I don't know. There was a joke in there somewhere and I fumbled it. But yeah, I've been listening to this an awful lot this year, and it's not necessarily one that I didn't appreciate before. I've always really, really loved this album. But yeah, I've just been listening to it non-stop this year so far, and anybody who follows me on Instagram will know that because I've been sharing posts about them every so often. I've even put, I think I've even put them as like the song that's under my account. So yeah, this is a fantastic album. I think most people tend to know about this now. I think it was considered quite indie when it released, but not so much anymore. Particularly in the rate your music realm. This has become like the sort of indie losers album, but I still think it's fantastic. It's pretty raw as well, and it's sort of I don't know, sort of singer-songwriter rock type of thing. But yeah, fantastic, 10 out of 10, love it. Had to have it pretty much. As is the way with pretty much all of these, this is another album that I've been listening to a lot this year. The case itself seems to be a wee bit messed up, but this is a Fear of Music by Talking Heads, another band that were probably a bit underappreciated by me. I think this is probably my favourite Talking Heads album. I think it's the most digestible and easy listening, but also the songs are just very, very good. I think the only song that I don't like here is probably Electric Guitar. I don't really know what it is. It's a bit drony for my taste, but everything else is fantastic. Cities, Life During Wartime, which was probably the song that got me into the album because of the live performance from Dave Byrne doing that. Heaven, another fantastic song. And this is again probably more sort of post-punk type of thing from 1979. But yeah, Talking Heads were just a band that I never really properly appreciated when I first started listening to them, and it took up until the tail end of last year when I listened to Speaking in Tongues really, and then I started really properly listening to them like pretty often. So that's Fear of Music for you. this is this is definitely the newest album here. This is from 2022. I think this is classified as like sort of math rock, but again, still rock. That is Hellfire by Black Midi, and I think I've listened to their second album, Cavalcade, and I thought it was really good. So I was like, okay, I'll listen to Hellfire when it releases because it's a bit different from what I usually listen to, and I think this would have been a really good direction to sort of dive deeper into that sort of genre. And I was right. I was absolutely right with it. This is so much better than Cavalcade, and I think it's a lot better than Schlagenheim as well, their debut, which I listened to after this. There's not a single moment wasted here. Proper 10 out of 10 type of stuff. It's a bit mental. Very chaotic, but I think the overall theme of the album, it really seems to fit that, which is why I think I like it more than the other albums that they've made. Next, and it's final, but it's last but not least, I suppose, is it's Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. I should probably take that sticker off. I probably should have done that before I made this video, but here we are. And this has technically got 2 discs in it. It's got a live performance as well, if I can get this all in shot. So it's got a live performance from July 13th, 1979 in the factory in Manchester. I think I think most of these songs are from this album, apart from a couple. There's like Atrocity Exhibition, which is from Closer, their second album, and there's a song called Novelty here, which isn't on this, and I think that might be it. Yep. But yeah, Unknown Pleasures. I remember I was talking to somebody on Twitch about this album, of all places I know, and they were sitting playing through Vice City, and I don't know, we just started talking about music, and they're into a lot of sort of alternative music, and Joy Division came up, and at the time I hadn't listened to them, and they were like, you absolutely need to listen to Joy Division, and again, they just weren't wrong. Absolutely love this album, love their second one as well. I don't know which one I prefer, it sort of flip-flops every so often. Although I do definitely think that this one's far more iconic. I think the mixing is just a bit weaker maybe. And I'm not, like I think I've said in the previous video before, like I'm not really... Usually a mix of a album needs to be really, really poor for me to really notice it or pay any attention to it. This one, I don't know, it feels a bit sort of distant in a way, sort of cold. But again, it's more sort of post-punk that we talked about from a couple of the other albums. But yeah, that's all the ones that I've got from this month. I don't know if I have anything else really that I need to say, really. I mean, this is basically just a sort of document video anyway. Sort of just to say what I've got, remind myself of what I've got. I probably won't make another one of these for a little while. Because generally I don't tend to buy music all that often. I tend to buy it sporadically, but in bulk. And I think my next video is going to be my collection video, because I don't think I'll be buying anything for a while. So I think now probably seems like the best time to do that, because I don't even know how many I've got. It will be a good way to count how many I have, because they're all sort of just down here in front of me. But I'll put them all on my desk when I get to that. So yeah, short video this time, and this time it will be basically just short of 15 minutes. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Again, thanks to all the people who were here from the previous video, and it's the same for that video. Please like, comment and subscribe again, it means a lot to me. Hopefully we can hit sort of 100 subs maybe by the end of March or April. That would be fantastic. But mainly I just hope everybody's enjoyed the video, and yeah, I think that's pretty much the end, and I'll see you all next time.